Imagine surviving both world wars and getting your eyes shot out, but then losing the race to the invisible smell of death. Today we're talking about the Indestructible last Viking. Adrian Wiart was born rich but chose the struggle. Running away at 19 to join the British Army. Instead of a silver spoon and daddy's money, he decided to get it on his own, scouting and fighting guerrillas in South Africa. He got a real taste of what that meant when he got shot in the stomach and the groin fighting the Boers, which at the time would be life-ending injuries. After having a little chat with the Grim Reaper, he seemed to enjoy the conversation because after recovering, he re-enlisted after finishing school at his parents' request. But Dev seemed to enjoy the little chat too, because he was already an experienced officer when World War I kicked off. He wasn't sent directly to Europe, no, he was sent to British Somaliland. Fighting against Mullah Muhammad Hassan on a mission and charged into the enemy's fort. Adrian was lit up like a birthday candle. Adrian Wiart, the last Indestructible Viking, was shot in his left eye, his arm, and his face. Miraculously survived and shipped off to the Western Front, where he commanded battalions before getting his left hand shot off by German artillery. And when doctors refused to amputate his two dangling fingers, like the savage he was, he tore it off himself before getting his whole hand amputated. The craziness has yet to happen, because in 1916 he was still fighting. In another fight, when 3 commanders died on him, he had to take control of their units and his own, when he routed their troops and held their ground against the oncoming fire. And this dauntless act of courage earned him the Victoria Cross, the highest military decoration for valor in the British Armed Forces. But if you thought he came out unscathed in that fight, you were wrong. Shot through the skull and the ankle and survived, he had God on his side. That was gotta be his last battle, right? Wrong. He still fought in major battles in World War I, running up the injuries as he went on, running up a hit in the ear, the leg, and the hip. And that's all just in World War I. By the time World War II kicked off, Adrian Wiart was already a legend. And when the funny mustache man decided to invade Poland, guess who's already there? The Unkillable soldier. If God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers, Adrian was the toughest.
Toughest. Oh my God.
And when Germany invaded, he advised Poland to form a defensive stronghold against the Romanian border. But when they decided to take his advice, it was too little too late. And that was Adrian's cue to dip out. But wherever he goes, trouble seems to follow. Because when he was retreating out of Poland, he was targeted by the German Air Force. Destroying the car ahead of him and behind him, somehow he made it to Romania unscathed. Back in Britain, he was given control of the Anglo-French forces. He fought the Germans in non-march Norway. Big problem though, they were under attack by the German Air Force and they had no airstrip. Recognizing the situation as hopeless, he managed a difficult operation saving thousands of lives before returning back to Britain. Not done yet though, Adrian still had more in him. On another mission, his plane suffered engine failure over the Mediterranean Sea, crashing into it off the coast of Italian-controlled Libya. Swimming over a mile to the coast, he got captured by the Italians, becoming a POW. And you know the movie trope, people break out of prison using silverware? Well, he actually did it, digging through bedrock with forks and spoons. He tried to evade capture by being an Italian peasant. Problem was, he was 6'4", had an eye patch, and no left hand. He only made it 8 days before being thrown back in jail. But this around the time Italy didn't want to be Germany's friend no more. So with the help of Adrian, Italy stopped being the Axis power. After seeing how good of a diplomat he was, Winston Churchill sent him straight over to China as his personal representative, finishing World War II in China at the age of 63 years old. Surviving the Boer War, the Great War, and World War II, Adrian Wiart died peacefully in his sleep at the age of 83 years old, proving the invincible soldier even has his day in the sun. If you enjoyed this series, make sure to like, follow, and comment for more. And as always, thank you for watching.